From Capitol Hill to your backyard, it's Congressman Michael Waltz on the Greg Tish Show.
I have to admit something to you, Congressman. I feel really bad about something. We've had you on the show for several months now, and I just right now started following you on Twitter. I don't know why I wasn't following you before. I feel so bad. I feel like an awful friend.
You know, if it doesn't happen on Twitter, it doesn't happen. So,
good morning.
I'm going to look past that, Greg.
I'm expecting to follow back. So yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I don't follow him. But now I do. So I've fixed that up. How are you doing this morning, my friend?
We're doing fine. We're doing fine. I mean, I say all the time, if nobody's shooting at me or blowing me up, then that's the start of a good day.
That is.
That's kind of my bar for a really bad day. So we're doing fine.
Good. Before we jump into things, didn't get to speak with you last week about the RNC and with the atmosphere in D.C. Just describe to us really quick what that was like to be there in person.
Well, it was absolutely incredible to be there. I was able to bring a guest who's just a huge Trump supporter, a physician. He was just over the moon. The White House was just beautiful, gorgeous, lit up. We could hear some of the protests way off in the distance, but it really didn't interrupt anything like CNN and others would like you to believe. And it was an incredible speech, an incredible night, and then of course they had to try to attack and assault people in the name of air quotes peaceful protest.
Right. Yeah.
As they were leaving.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Look, overall, I just want to say on the conventions, I mean, they said it all. I mean, it was looking forward and charting out a path for keeping America great, or it was kind of looking down at your toes and this morbid, sad vision of reality that only the Democrats and government could come in and help you improve your lives. And I think the speakers, the difference in the speakers just said it all.
Yeah.
So it was just an incredible contrast. That's what the conventions are for.
What I will do when we get off the air today, I'll put a link up to your opinion piece that you wrote in the Washington Examiner that we're going to chat about that is titled Biden Presidency Will Move the U.S. Towards a Far Left Future. Explain this article to everybody out there.
Well, I really wanted to be a wake-up call for Republicans and conservatives. I'm hearing in some circles this narrative, people who are mad at the president or don't like his personality or don't like his tweets, that, if Biden wins, that's okay because they'll be so bad we'll just be back in 4 years and it'll be kind of a reset for the GOP. And what they don't understand is that if the left gets in, if we lose the White House, that means we've all but certainly lost the Senate. And Pelosi and Schumer and the people around Biden will do a series of things that make it so that they do not lose power again anytime in the future. The first thing that Pelosi will do is pass national ballot harvesting, basically how they vote in California and take it nationwide. She already passed that bill this last Congress, but it died in the Senate. So that's where activists can go out after Election Day and scoop up. They know exactly how many ballots to go get and bring in unlimited numbers and flip an election. So that's one. The next thing is the filibuster, which will allow these things to just sail through the Senate. The Senate's already talking about eliminating. Schumer is already talking about eliminating the filibuster. The third thing will be statehood for Washington, D.C. That gives them 2 more Senate seats. And then there'll be a couple of other things that they do, particularly in what 2020 is a census year, which means it's redistricting that they can do down at the state level. Bottom line is we won't be coming back. They will make it so steep that Republicans will not get back into power, and that's when the far left agenda will truly start sailing through into law. Greg, I think we kind of use AOC as a punching bag and laugh at crazy Bernie. That stuff is written into law. It is ready to go. The House has already passed it. And if they start slapping it on Biden's desk, God help all of us. So we truly need to wake up and understand what's going on here.
On the phone with me on the Greg Tish Show, U.S. Representative Michael Waltz joins us as he does every other Wednesday, and we're talking about how important it is for everybody to get out there November 3rd and win. It's basically, Congressman, it's a Cat 5 political hurricane coming towards all of us.
Well said. Yeah, absolutely well said. These, I have seen the Green New Deal written into law, government-run health care, Medicare for all. It's written into law. The squad just introduced the BREATHE Act, which will defund ICE, Border Patrol, and the federal prison system, defund all of them from a federal standpoint. So those things, they are very serious. They have a sophisticated plan in place, and we are 60-something days away from them realizing it. Here's the other thing. Pelosi so the speaker is elected by all of the Democrats or all of the Republican members. Mm-hmm. She only won her speakership by 2 votes this last Congress. So that means the progressives will say, Nancy, if you want to be speaker again, here's our agenda that you will put on a President Biden's desk. All of those things we have to stop. I didn't almost die for this country twice as a Green Beret to watch it go off a socialist cliff. So that's what the piece is about, is that all of these pieces will fall into place so that Republicans can't come back into power. And
as you just keep explaining this in this article, it is just, some of the stuff in here is just absolutely frightening. And what you've just talked about is absolutely frightening. This just isn't going to be a 4-year thing. This could be a decade or more if people don't get out in November and go and cast their ballots. It's just, I don't know if that wave, it just seems to be right now that everybody's focused on Biden versus Trump, but you have to look at the undertow, that what's going on underneath the waves that are out there.
Right. This is stacking the Supreme Court, eventually getting after the Electoral College. They mean to fundamentally tear our governing institutions down to the studs and remaking them in their image. When AOC and Bernie talk about a radical movement and radical change, they mean it. They're not looking to improve and build upon the America as we know it. They are looking to fundamentally tear it down and build it in a different direction.
What I'll do, I will post this after. And he said, would Speaker Pelosi only with 2 votes? Yeah, that's basically, if she wants to hang on to that gavel, that she's going to have to listen, and it's going to take it, even further left. And it's a very important election this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And they will, everyone's worried about Kamala Harris really running the government. It will be Pelosi with the squad right behind her, giving her marching orders. And that's the thing that we have to truly realize. And they will lock down power so that it is incredibly difficult for us to get back in.
Well, Congressman, we appreciate you calling in this morning. We are hard up against the break.
Make everybody want to go grab a drink at 7.
Yeah, that's true. We'll do shots. Well, when you see the speaker, please let Speaker Pelosi know that her hair looks wonderful.
Yeah, that business had been open for 12 years and struggling to stay alive, and yet because of the shutdown, and yet, only exceptions for her. Only exceptions for her. Seems to be bending the rules all the time. Well, my friend, it was wonderful talking to you, and we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. And please enjoy your day. I will not do a shot this morning. You don't do a shot this morning. We'll just take a deep breath, and we'll just keep pushing forward. Right. And get out and vote. Thanks. Yes, amen. We'll talk to you soon, Congressman. All righty.